I love Rexy. I think you know who I'm talking about, Coach's T-Rex dinosaur mascot. Here she is. But did you know that when Rexy was first introduced, there were actually a whole collection of other, what they called beasts or other mascots. So in this video, I'm going to tell you Rexy's origin story. I'll also tell you about the other beasts, some of their appearances on different products, a few current offerings, and I'll show you my Rexy and Beasts collection, including a brand new piece that was just released that I'm going to unbox for you. So stay tuned for that. And welcome, I'm Autumn Beckman, and I'm here to help you live your most luxurious life within your budget. I post new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those, and so you don't miss my daily community posts where I share the best sales of the day and fabulous handbags that I find. You'll find those on YouTube, on LTK, Instagram, and Facebook. I will have all of those socials linked in the description box below. Also, don't miss my website, autumnbeckman.com/shop. That's where you'll find handbags and accessories I have available for purchase, as well as the My Handbag Collection Organizer. These are planner pages that I've designed to help you organize and curate your handbags and your life. The heart of which is the item tracker page. This is where you can record everything you'd want to know about your handbags and small goods. I also have tons of other pages that help you track your collection, whether it's handbags or something else. Plus, I have calendar pages in a variety of formats so you can find what works best for you. Plus, so much more. Rexy was introduced to Coach in 2016 by current designer Stuart Vevers. Of Rexy's origin story, Vevers told Vogue, "There is none. Rexy has nothing to do with our heritage." He said, "I really like it because it's so random and it has no connection to Coach or any of my typical references." But in another article with The Week, Vevers said Rexy came about when I was working on my first runway show, which was spring-summer 2016. That was the first proper runway show with New York Fashion Week. He said, "We decided to put an image of a T-Rex on a sweater, but the nature of knitwear is that it blurs out the lines. So the dinosaur became less like a graphic and more like a character. She was an instant hit." And note he said she, because Rexy, according to Coach, is female. And it was interesting for me to come across that information because this is the original Rexy that I had heard about. This giant inflatable Rexy, 8 feet high, that Stuart Vevers walked into his office one day and found there. It was gifted to him by friends at the High Line, which is the elevated park and walkway where Coach has their then brand new headquarters. And they've done several fashion shows there. Besides Rexy, there were 5 other beasts. In the extinct category with Rexy, there was Steggy, a stegosaurus, Tricky, a triceratops, and Woolly, a woolly mammoth. In the mythical category, there's Uni, a unicorn. And in the you can still get eaten by one category, there is Sharky, who is obviously a shark and not yet extinct. For the most part, the beasts didn't seem to last very long, but of course Rexy has still carried through till today. You can still find a couple of them here and there in current collections, but primarily you'll find these pieces on the Preloved market. They included coin pouches and bag charms, like these. I love these so much. I've wanted one for a while. As well as wristlets, card holders. You'll find stamps on hang tags. And even in more recent years, some of them appeared on Coach's COVID masks. Do you guys remember those? I had the Sharky one. Rexy, on the other hand, has stood the test of time. She has appeared on bag charms, bags, pouches, notebook covers, jewelry, clothing. In fact, she is currently on all of those on the website. I will have links below. She's primarily found at the retail boutiques, but every once in a while she also pops up at the outlet. And her look can change wildly from cartoonish and more friendly to quite realistic and a bit frightening, like this Rexy at the Coach Regent Street flagship in London. Compare that Rexy with the Rexy in the New York City flagship, made from hundreds of pieces of Coach leatherware. Now, how many of you have seen it? Let me know in the description box. Was it everything you hoped it would be? She's usually shown individually, but sometimes as a pattern, and she's been interpreted through several different artist collaborations. And she has appeared in anything from fully dressed to reduce down to just her skeleton, to replacing the horses and pulling the coach carriage in their logo. And in 2019, she had perhaps her biggest appearance in front of the biggest audience. She was in the coach float on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. This was the first luxury fashion label to have a float in the parade. So Rexy has been everywhere and done it all. Now I'll show you all the pieces in my Rexy and Beast collection. We'll start with the Beasts. First I have this. It's a little oversized coach hang tag in turquoise, and on the back it's been stamped with all three dinosaurs: Rexy the T-Rex, Tricky the Triceratops, and Steggy the Stegosaurus. There's also this wristlet, and by the way, I'm almost finished with Lou Frankfurt's book. Here's the cover, Beckman. He was the CEO of Coach for most of Coach's years. It's a really fascinating behind the scenes look. I'll have the book linked below in case you're interested. But he's claiming toward the end of the book that Coach invented the term wristlet and the product, the wristlet. It's certainly an interesting concept. Let me know if you know of anything different. But I'll bring this closer. This wristlet has Woolly, the woolly mammoth, who is one of my favorite of the Beasts. And I love this mustard yellow leather that this is on. The inside is this bright green. It's leather lined too. It has the little Coach Creed and a couple of card slots on that side. I also have this. Now this is a Brontosaurus, so it's not Rexy, and I'm not sure if it has a name because I never saw this mentioned, but this is a more recent piece. And this is both a bag charm and a coin pouch, and you can remove from that snap the case here if you just wanted to use it as a pouch inside your bag. I only use it as a bag charm, and I think it's super cute. It's the Spring 2025 collection because they also released that giant bag with the kiss lock pocket on the front that was the Brontosaurus. The rest of my Beast collection is all Rexy. Now I don't necessarily collect Rexy because I don't want to have every single Rexy piece, but I do buy the Rexy pieces that I like. And perhaps my favorite is right here. The Rexy handbag. I love this bag. Also a runway piece. This is the first that was introduced, and then after this sold out pretty quickly, they also released this bag in solid colors, but they never released the signature C pattern again. Here she is up close. I've always found it interesting that this hang tag is not stamped at all. I also have these three bag charms. This one is from the outlet, and you'll notice this Rexy looks a lot different from all the others I'm about to show you. Lately she looks more like this, which is closest to the original design. This one, by the way, is an older design and it has glitter on it. And I have these two Rexy bag charms, which are artist collaborations. This Rexy is part of the Jean-Michel Basquiat collection. This is from the boutique collection. They did another one for the outlets where the back was the signature C canvas. So that's how you can tell the difference between the two, because otherwise they look pretty much identical. And then this was part of the Michael B. Jordan collection, which is a collaboration with artist Blue. He wraps things in fabric, which is why Rexy is wrapped in fabric and looks a bit mummified. I also have two pieces and one other of Rexy in the holiday collection. There's this ice skating Rexy with the scarf, and the same ice skating Rexy, this time ice skating with the snowman in Central Park in New York City. And this is my third holiday Rexy piece, the snow globe. You can just see ice skating Rexy and the snowman right up front in front of the New York City skyline. I'll give it a spin here. This is the Highline elevated train track, because the Highline Park I mentioned used to be a train track, and this has the little Coach holiday train on it. And if I try to block out the ring light, you maybe can see right there at the top of the Empire State Building the Coach horse and carriage. And when you have a snow globe, you must do that. So that's how that looks. They have another one of these currently available on the website for 2025. This one's from 24, and it's exactly the same as this if you like it, but it has black leather instead of this orangey brown, and it's a really good price. Same price as last year. So I'll have that linked below for you. I have two more Rexy pieces before we get to the unboxing. One is this from the Fall 2025 collection. The Shearling Rexy bag charm. I love this so much. It's adorable. I almost didn't buy it, but I'm so glad that I did. And these are all sold out now, but I'll link a few pre-loved ones. They're just precious. And then this one I looked for years and finally got my hands on it. One of the original Rexy skeletons, but this one has this furry mohawk. I love the Rexy skeletons. They're some of my favorite Rexys, although it's hard to pick favorites. Such a cool piece. I just wore this for Halloween. Oh, I lied. I just found two more pieces I forgot about. These bag straps, there's one in gold metal and one in silver, but they're both on black leather. I'll bring the gold one closer. So you can see it has that chain with the woven leather, which is so pretty. And I call this a Rexy piece because on one end, they have this little metal Rexy charm, which is removable. So you could attach it to a necklace, or if you have two, you could do mismatched earrings. And now it's time for the unboxing. Look how big this box is. And this is a Rexy piece. I got this directly from Coach. I saw this pop up on the Coach website the day it dropped, and I immediately purchased it because I knew I would love it and I saw what a fantastic value it is. Here's the little card, some tissue, pillow thing, and I did ask for gift wrapping, which is why it's in the box with the ribbon. So here we go, taking the ribbon off and the lid, and we reveal, oh my God, it's gigantic. Wow. Okay, I knew this was gonna be big, but this is like massive. This is, whew. Like I thought it would be a little comical, whimsical, but this is like, I love it. But it's, can you even see it? I'll bring it closer. Look at that. Now I just showed you the other one with the mohawk. That was a smaller one. When they first released that one, they had it in at least two sizes, one of which was quite a bit larger than the one I just showed you. But I've never seen that in person, so I don't know how it compares to this. Do any of you have the original larger one? Is it this gigantic? It's massive. I'll have to put this on a couple of bags to give you some scale. Oh my gosh. Well, first, here are the two next to each other. God, I thought this was sort of big and fun, and this is just ridiculous, but I love it. This one looks like a little shrimp now compared to giant Rexy. There it is next to the Rexy bag. It's almost as big. Here it is on the Empire 40, and it practically overpowers that bag. Gigantic. And here she is on the large kiss lock. I love it, but ridiculous. Fabulously ridiculous. It's wonderful. Look at that. Here she is on the Tabby 20. I mean, if you're gonna be ridiculous, why not? Or on the micro tote bag from Marc Jacobs. That works. For now, she'll live up here and stalk my little pigeon. And by the way, she's only $150, which might sound like a lot to some of you for a bag charm, but I think the original ones were about $300, and they're still about that much on the Preloved market. Plus there's this fabulous one. I really want to see that one in person. It's also a large piece, but not that large, and it's completely covered in crystals. It's $300. So this is a bargain, baby. I wish there were more Beast items and options for us. Every once in a while, they'll release one here or there, but it'd be fun to have them back again. Tell me which one is your favorite and which pieces you have in the comment section below. And while you're down there, please remember to check out my links in the description box, follow me on my other socials, and check out my website, autumnbeckman.com/shop for handbags, accessories, and planner pages. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.